Alright, from Bolero Mesa here for the title matches of today's JBT event, the Arizona Doubles Classic, the oldest of the 5 doubles tournaments that we'll be doing this weekend. We started doubles in season 2. We didn't do a doubles tournament in season 1. We tried in season 2, almost nobody bowled. We thought, screw this, well, we'll give it one more year, and then it exploded. Doubles tournaments are some of our biggest and most fun of the year. To the left, the scratch division, that's a second frame 310 from Joe Mercado. He's teamed up with 16-time champ Riley Dempsey, going up against another 16-time champ, Cesar Padilla, and his partner, 11-time champ, Gage Baker. So a lot of titles going at each other in the scratch division, but Jovan looking for his first, and hurts his own cause by missing that spare right there. In the handicap division, the Coach Bowler ASU team of Andrew Gibbons and TJ Eggert is taking on the defending runners-up in this event. They finished second last year, Zach Evans and Carter Gross. They're giving 6 pins.
I'm not good enough.
Haven't seen Padilla in a while. Gage already struck in his first, so Padilla will be doing all the even-numbered frames for his team. And catches a huge break there.
Let's go, Caesar.
It crosses over, gets them all to fall. Opening double, he will take it. Each bowler will stay on the lane they're on for all of their shots. So Eggert will be doing all the odd-numbered frames, all the even-numbered frames for his team. So he comes down to it. I think that's no, he did the 10 frame last year too, and the action was much better.
Hey, let's go.
That semi-final match against Ethan Brancatelli and Glenn Long. Andrew and TJ climbed the ladder this far. They beat Amanda and Donald Michael, fellow ASU bowlers as well. So it's been forks up here in Mesa most of the day. This Wildcat alumni will continue to narrate the video nonetheless. Carter and Zach looking to break through their first career titles. Carter already has a second place this year. Second place. They had the doubles here last year. Fair enough to remain the judge so far. Meanwhile, I didn't catch Gage, but that was Gage's bowling ball doing what he's been doing a lot of in the back half of this day, throwing strikes. Gage struggled a little. Well, he's really up and down, especially for Gage. Sometimes he just piles on 230s like they're nothing. He had a 270 and a 250, but nothing else higher than 209. Instead, it was Padilla, rock solid. One game under 200, that was a 198. Surrounded by 250, 260. Caesar on the right. Big numbers. Could have huge last game, 522 to jump into the spot there now. Good old Riley back on the show. Switched to 2-hander as an adult, I believe. They just won the semifinal match over Liam Bacallic and Juan Cañez. Juan and Liam won the first game over Mikey Jones and Matt Arania. Setting up the spot we're in right now. Kevin's still fishing around. He's doing the odd number frames for his team. So far, it's kind of deja vu from the top seeds. Through this last year. Struggled a bit in the title match after being just fantastic. Qualifying in here, plus 309 for their 6 games plus bonus wins. Riley will have no problem with their 2-pin almost. Can't stand up on it for a second. Next, we're going to chop here on 3-6. Yeah, back here for team tomorrow. Definitely one of our favorite races of the year. Had a great time in the Northwest team event last week in rain-soaked Seattle. We're down here in sun-soaked Phoenix. Had to float through the bowling alley last week. Grab a look here at TJ. Sorry, at Andrew. Working on a 3-bagger for his team. That string will end at 3. Mercado throw his first strike on the title match, and he does. 3 thanks as always to Tiffany. You and Jim Cat, the whole crew here for having us. Always a pleasure to be here. Thanks to Bolero Mesa. I don't think this is Lucky Strip. Went through so many iterations of this building. The silky smooth lines of Padilla. Padilla hooked the lane when he was just a little kid. Now the lines look great at the foul line. We talked about it endlessly in the videos. Able to repeat shots much better. Hits the line so well. The string doesn't end up like that. so far, and they're getting 6 more. So overall, up by 25 is TJ. Spare working in the 6th. No, crashes through the middle. Not break stuff up. Big 4 gets Carter and Zach right back in the match. I'm trying to get them all focused on the scores. Zach's bringing up NFL.com over there. I think what he's trying to do is keep his mind off the ball.
It's all about fantasy.
Yeah, it is all about fantasy. I gotta set my lineup for this week.
All about
I don't
fantasy
play
football.
Oh, fantasy.
Every time I play fantasy, I go like 2-16. I go like 2-14. It's insane. And I pick the best players like Saquon, and I pick Tom Brady.
Tom Brady when he retired.
Football, fantasy, or otherwise today. Little teeny Tampa Mark got really Smart move to get the 2 there. That gives him 111 through 6. Zach and Carter now trail by a whole 3, minus the 6 they're giving there. So it's less than a 10-pin game. Everything but Gage's head as he gets taller every week, it seems. Oh, and everything but the 10s. Shores that ball and gets so low. Yeah. Carter yet to strike on the lane that they wanted to be on. Spare 7-2 and now a tricky double looking shootout. Nonetheless, only have 11-pin deficit. Find a way to cover this up. These games go super fast and big. You only got 5 frames. You got to make a good guess and execute. That's a nice shot for the spare. Not the easiest spare on the lane. Covers it. Little to no.
Can't do it 2 months in a row.
Gage in the all condition game. Excellent spare game. Pure threats on tour week in and week out. Zach's been so close to winning. Can he get his team rolling here in the 7th? Come on, Ben. Oh. Late Messenger's no love. Team working on a strike. Ow! Man, pins everywhere. Left of the 10, in front of the 10, behind the 10. None of them hit the 10. Zach does hit his 10, however. Spare, decent frame for the top seats. Still belongs to Egerton. Givens. Apparently part of 2 teams, the Virtue team and the GCU team. Booms! Nicely covered by Ender, and more trouble for Mercado as he watches out there. They're starting to run out of frames. Only 80-5. Depending on the results of that tricky washout. Let Gage and Medea get an early lead, and they are going to be most likely unwilling to give that back up. Washout doesn't fall for Joe in big early trouble for the top seats. He takes a long time to approach. I'm sure that's right. Sure, everything feels good.
spot improvement.
Gage has a chance to turn this into a runaway and scratch. It already is. We can just kind of consolidate the runaway. That way up first.
There you go.
Oh,
There
break
we
of
go.
his life catching that brook.
That's my teammate.
Runaway commenced over there for Gage. Oh, so big. Ninth frame here, the last frame for Gibbons. Can't get the ball up to the head there. Surprise. Has 13. They're going to need all of it at a break. Step one. Yeah, TJ's still very much in this game. We'll give away the spare. Oh, just tilts that one over. Shakes his head. That was a big spare. That keeps their team very much in it here. They lead by 2. Now by 4, getting 6. Anybody's match, 10th frame. TJ came up super clutch last game. That ended up being the winning double for their team last game. Does he have it in him again? 6.5 hours long comes down to this frame. I'm thinking your time is 1
Come on, TJ.
What?
So impressive right there from Eggert after that big 4. The 6 comes back with a perfect ball in the 8th, does it again in the 10th to hold that lead on the square. Continue to lead by 2. Cannot shut out the other team no matter what. Mercado takes his anger out of that 10th and blowing it out to the other lane there. But it's Riley's going to get an extra practice shot in there. Sneaky character that he is. Video lodges a complaint. He's going to complain by slamming 10 more pins down right here. So that'll be after Eggert's vital shot here in the 11th. Another excellent shot. He trusted that ball out there. Coulda, shoulda, woulda carried. So with the spare is 191. They're getting 6 for 197. That spare strike is 194. So probably going to have to strike on the first ball. Count shouldn't come into play too much here. It's not going to matter. 193 is the best Riley and Joe. They're going to be at 193 on Gaines' next shot. Still good to get the spare though in this situation. Just keep that momentum going. Don't give them any extra iota of positive momentum. Harden straight at it. Does just cover it up for 191 plus 6 for 197. For Carter Gross and Zach Evans to win their first career titles each, the concept is simple. Strike 80 kind of counts. Anything less than a strike on this ball and just climb the ladder. the wheat. Oh, the late falling 7-pin. It's a hit we see in the modern game so often, that sort of half flush it and you end up leaving a ripping 7-pin on it. It happens all the time. Something came back late and got that 7-pin to fall. Now he needs to stay behind the line. Both anchor bowlers coming through with strikes in the 10th frame. That's a smart move to go nowhere near the gutter on that. He gets it all to fall
I'm like, hit
anyway.
the head pin and then we're good.
He knew hit that pin and we're good. It was, he is. As finally, they avenged their runner-up finish last year in doubles. They avenged their own single second place finishes. And Zach and Carter are JBT champions. A fine, fine run from Andrew and TJ there too to get all the way up to second. They, by the way, were nowhere near the ladder going into the last game. They threw a big last game to tie to get into the step ladder with the Fevers, Ryan and Leitner. They won that tiebreaker on a tie earlier game. That time the 3-pin will stand. It's a good time to do it, and a big old smile from Gross. They win it. Finally.
Let's go.
Finally.
Took long enough.
Finally.
Yeah.
The wait for Mercado will have to continue a little bit later as Gage and Cesar caught fire their last game of match play and haven't let go since then. So it'll be a 17th win for Padilla while Gage gets to 12, which is funny because he only is 12. Oh, sorry, not anymore. Feels like it, brother. It goes fast. Absolutely dominant stuff out of them. That, by the way, is the Antelope Mrs. Bear chant. I had one more for the camera there. Very good. There are some great college programs down here. ASU, GCU. I wish U of A would get one started up. Everything else. But good stuff out of everybody. We'll have some more fun with the team action tomorrow.